Hi everyone, my name is Amanda Ellis of amandaellis.co.uk and Facebook page Angelic Celestial Colours, and that's the UK spelling as one American client pointed out to me this week, so don't try and look for it with the American spelling because you won't find me. February's video, those of you that haven't watched my work before, I work with the energy of Archangel Metatron and also the energy of colour therapy. And I make a range of healing sprays linked into Metatron's energy and teach about who he is and how to heal. And sitting down this morning trying to gather my thoughts about the month ahead, to be honest, it feels like there's so much going on. I could really make 2 videos, and maybe I will need to do that. But I think I will just ask Metatron to bring to the fore what is the most important thing at the moment. And I'm going to follow what I'm feeling within my own body with that, because I feel as though I'm picking up not just my own energy, but also the energy of everyone that's watching this. And that is that my heart, our hearts, feel sore. Since sitting down to make this video, there is just this wave of emotion that I feel within me, and sort of making sense, because as I woke up today, Metatron the key word he was using was release. And it feels as though February is a month where we know we're building up to a pivotal month next month for March. And astrologically, there is a lot of change coming up with March. Stagnant situations that have been in our life where we felt like we've been on hold. And that can be in many different areas of life or just one specific area of life. Suddenly that changes in March, and we almost sort of have the green light to move ahead with whatever we need to. So we're in a sort of holding place at the moment. That's what it feels like. But what I'm being shown is that February is a month where even if we're in a holding place, we need to clear, release, get rid of as much as we can to sort of prepare the way for next month. And it's not as if metaphorically our ship is about to go down. So I don't mean to be over dramatic, but it's just the way that Metatron gives me the images. It's almost as though the old way, and this is again, it's a repetitive pattern with Metatron, but it just feels as though there's another key month next month coming up for this. It's as though the old ship is going down, and which is our old way of being, and we're being asked to sort of literally throw over the deck anything that we don't need. And it almost feels a bit panicky, the energy, as though some of us have left it really to the 11th hour to do this. And we really need to be really looking at our lives and looking at what we need to let go of this month. And it can be symbolic, as I say, this month. It can be in terms of getting rid of objects or things that are around us that symbolise the old way. And I sort of didn't want to say this on video because it's quite personal, but he's reminding me that I have to, because it just makes sense of what I'm saying. Okay, so it's like confession time here. Those of you that have followed my 44-day challenge know that we're all trying to break a bad habit and start a new one. And mine has very much been about sort of trying to break mindless eating habits, particularly in the evening. And what Metatron is showing me for me is that I tend to have a bath early in the evening, because my girls bath early as well. And I'll stick a pair of pyjamas on, and then I'll sit in front of the television or I'll read a book. But I have this pair of pyjamas which I put on, which are really unflattering, and I'm really tall, so they're not even long enough for me, these trousers. But they're really comfortable, and I just sort of slouch in them. And I've got to get rid of them because they are symbolic of so much that is wrong, you know. And the whole sort of slouching, mindless eating, all of that has to be gone and done with. And so these, it sounds ridiculous, these stupid pair of pyjama bottoms need to be thrown out because they symbolise the old me. And I need to be buying I need to be buying myself something he's saying, which is nicer. So I've shared that with you. It's quite personal, but I think you can relate to something that you maybe have in your own life that symbolises an old habit or behaviour that you need to get rid of. So February is a month for clearing. But also, as I say, I'm linking into our hearts and the fact that they feel quite sore. I would like to spray the lavender spray, which I've been using quite a lot with my group. I'm the 44-day group, and I still feel that we're in this violet lavender colour ray energy for February. And of course, violet, lavender, it's about purification. Of course, Saint Germain brought down the violet ray of transmutation. Many of you may use that. Metatron has this one within his range with me, which is linked to the Soul Star, actually. And again, you can't really be open to the Soul Star, sort of is situated about here above our heads. You can't be ready for the new beginnings and the new energy coming in unless that is open to receive it. So I'd like to spray it, and I'm just going to go with whatever message comes up before we go into some exercises and more information. So maybe you'd like to imagine as well this soft lavender ray coming down around you, and it is really gentle. And the oils within this particular spray are lemongrass, patchouli. It's also got a little bit of basil. I'm just going to link into what Metatron wants to say to us now. Forgiveness. Release and forgiveness go together. February is a month where we need to be looking at forgiveness in terms of who in our life has particularly hurt us. And it feels as though this month, with February and Valentine's Day and the energy of love that is around this particular month, we need to be looking at past hurts we have within ourselves that are blocking love from either entering or flowering in our own life. And this is a scar that many of you hold, which feels bruised, and what I am being shown here by Metatron is a scar that we have on our heart from where we have been hurt in relationships in the past, and it looks angry and sore, and we've tried to sort of put a plaster over it, a sticking tape over it, and it hasn't really worked. And February is the month where we need to really have the courage, he is saying, and the trust and the faith to take off the plaster and to allow it to heal. And very much like a physical scar that you have on your body, you heal it by sunlight coming in, the power of light, the power of colour. And the lavender ray feels very important for all of us at the moment to hold us whilst we look at some of our hurts which we've stored in our heart chakras. I drew a card for some of us, all of us today, and I was taken back to the original deck of cards, the first one I ever got, which was the, I don't even know what they're called, they're the Diana Cooper, tiny little cards. I think they're called A Light on Angels. Haven't used them for a long time actually, but I got them out today. And the one that dropped out of the pack, related to what I'm talking about here, is Archangel Gabriel as well. And Gabriel works on the white ray. And again, if white is a colour that amplifies any other colour that is put with it. So we're putting white and we're putting lavender together. And the message here is that you are blessed to receive this archangel and guidance that Archangel Gabriel provides, who works on the white ray for grace and purification. It is time to release old memories, ingrained habits and mental patterns which lower your vibrations. Archangel Gabriel will bring order and discipline into your life so that everything runs smoothly. You can also call on him to bring you clarity and joy. You are reminded that you are a beautiful, light and wise spirit, and that only the material mantle disguises your true self. So envision yourself surrounded by pure white light, and let your pure spirit emerge and fly. And that ties into another card that I pulled for us from a different pack today, which is the Doreen Virtue Angel Therapy cards. And it is this one, which came out twice. You are a powerful light worker. And it says, it is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings in loving service to the divine. And if I just put that card up, it's a very gentle, beautiful energy. And again, she's surrounded by this beautiful violet light. And all I can see on that card is the heart chakra, which is shining so brightly, all this beautiful white light emanating from it. And of course, when her heart is healed and well, you are able to both receive and give love unconditionally. And so I feel that these two energies tie in together and are really important for February. We really have to heal our hearts of past heartache so that we can shine brightly and be the powerful light worker that we are. And being a light worker, which you are if you're watching this video, means different things to different people. It doesn't mean that you have to go and become a physical healer. It could just be that you're holding the light within your family, your community, or your country. But it is very much as though you have come here to be of service to the light and that you are holding that energy. So when you turn on the news and see horrific things that are going on in the world, rather than sinking into the lower vibration of that, you actually send love and light and healing to that place or that person or that situation. But more than that, you are able to link into the higher meaning of some of the events that are going on in the world and see the balance between light and dark. And that is what Metatron is all about also, helping us to understand why light and dark exist on our planet, that we are in a planet of duality. And so now we're asked to look at the light and dark that actually exist within our own hearts and to heal that. So let's do a little exercise here just to do that. And I am going to use here two colours. We're using the lavender and we're also using the complementary colour, which is here, is a very pale sort of gold colour. It's called Sunrise within the Metatron system. So firstly, let's just know that it's safe to go into this space. And I'd like you once again, closing your eyes, this time just allowing Metatron to open up your heart chakra, and you may feel a warm glow coming into the heart just as that starts to open and flower. And whatever state you are feeling, whatever has happened in your life, just know that this is a safe time for you now to be opening up your heart and allowing Metatron to see the state that it is in. And this is the state that it is in physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So firstly, looking at the physical heart, any of you that have problems with your heart in particular, just allowing that violet ray to go in once again, take out any lower energy that is there. And the violet also is a ray that balances, it helps balance and regulate the heart. It's a beautiful combination of the red and the blue energy coming in to make this, and white light to make this beautiful balance. So just allow the balancing energy of violet to enter your heart and just help it on a physical level to stabilize, to connect into the rhythm and beat of your heart, and to feel the natural state and rhythm of that, the regularity and the ability of the heart to keep beating through life. It is our life force. And then beyond that, we're also looking into the emotional scars that our heart holds. And Metatron is asking you to identify an area in your heart where there is an emotional scar. And you may be shown this quite physically as actually a scar that is on the heart or within it. And again, what we're doing here is we're bringing in now the white cleansing energy, and that goes in and it starts to just dissolve all the old scar tissue. And also as that happens, we are stepping into forgiveness for anybody or any situation that has hurt us. We allow it to be transmuted and dissolved within the white ray. Whoever has hurt us emotionally within the past, we just allow it to go. Taking a deep breath in, and once more breathing in the white and the violet energy, as they go into the heart. And this process happens easily and gently. The healing with Metatron is gentle yet profound. And then as these old scar tissues dissolve, we are left with a healthy space within the heart. And into that, Metatron puts in the beautiful sunrise new dawn spray. And we are just now allowing that energy into your heart, imagining a beautiful ray of sunlight coming in, warming the heart, making the heart feel loved, and also paving a golden ray within the heart that allows and welcomes in new energy, new love, illumination and hope. And just feel the difference as that gold, new dawn, sunrise energy goes into your heart and just starts to heal all those old hurts, and it's bringing in a positive new vibration for your future. And it's something that's going to be carrying on through the energy of February. Oh, that feels so much better. I feel like I can breathe again. So also what's happening now is Metatron is putting a golden plaster over your heart, but this time it's a very refined, high vibrational plaster where the light can still be going into that heart space, but also your heart can breathe. That feels nice. Okay, and so by doing that, again, we're doing this. Whole reason for it is that we're stepping more into our light body and reminding ourselves that we are that, whether we are male or female, we are able to make a difference in this world, and we are able to shine the light brightly. Okay, I would like now to also just show you one other thing that I've got here, which is this beautiful new crystal that arrived in my house yesterday. Can you see that? It is fluorite actually. It looks like amethyst, doesn't it? But it's actually fluorite. But you can see that it has these beautiful bands of purple and lavender light within it. And this shape is called the octahedron, and it is linked into the heart chakra. So again, over February, you could, in meditation, imagine this beautiful shape just being placed very gently into your heart chakra. And as I'm talking to you, some of you may actually feel that happening. The colour may be different to the one that I'm showing you here, but this energy is really something that your body understands. It's a piece of sacred geometry. It's one of the Platonic solids. And I'm going to be talking more about these shapes and these sacred geometry in the months to come. But I just wanted to show you that. And also this crystal is going to be the foundation for a new crystal essence that I'm making on the 3rd of February. And there is a full moon in Leo, and it feels a really a happy, bountiful full moon. And so I'm going to put this in moonlight on the 3rd of February, and it's going to form the basis for a crystal essence for the lime heart chakra spray, because I've totally sold out of them. And so it just feels like it's a really nice time to change the recipe a little bit. We're going to be using gardenia in particular, which has a nice sort of spring-like energy to it, lily of the valley, and we're going to keep the lime as well. I'm aware that my voice sounds a little bit different today, so let's just tune into what's going on there, because increasingly when I'm doing this work, whether I'm actually awake or whether I'm asleep, I'm just aware that I seem to be transmuting a lot of stuff which isn't just all mine. So let's see what's going on with our throat chakras today. And I'm going to pull another card from this pack, the original pack. Let's see what we get. Okay, again, those of you that have been following my 44-day challenge, this is exactly what we have been doing this week. So it almost feels, those of us that are in that, we've been laying the foundation for other people. This card is called kindness. It says, in order to be kind, you must open your heart to the gentle qualities of caring and compassion. Be kind to yourself, have reasonable expectations, and give yourself due praise. In order to nurture the gentle quality of kindness, cherish yourself. When you do something for yourself, you automatically extend that energy to others. Kindness melts barriers of ice around people and re-empowers those who are afraid. So reach out to the lonely, draw out the shy, include those who feel isolated, and comfort the sad. Your rewards will be a sense of inner peace, warmth, and love. And the affirmation is, I am kind to myself and others. Again, it ties in so beautifully with this whole lavender ray, which is through the month of February, which is about being kind to ourselves and also obviously that to other people as well. Metatron's telling me I need to open my blind because there is the most stunning sunlight wanting to come into the room. Can you see that? It's a bit bright actually on my screen, so I'm going to have to dull it a little bit, but that feels like a nice bit of sunlight that we've got coming in there. Just do it like that. Okay, yeah, okay, that's just changed the whole quality of the picture, which is nice. I'm also drawn to use this spray this month, Bluebell Bridge, which is the one for loss and grief. And I know there's a message coming up with this, so I'd like to just channel whatever Metatron has to say. I'm going to put it into my throat as well. So Bluebell Bridge is an energy which is to help with loss and grief. It has a sister energy, which is the Rainbow Bridge. But right now, this one wants to come through, and Metatron wants to say something through this. Right away, there is a grieving process that happens when you release old habits, old behaviours, and an old version of yourself. Really, truly, this month is about preparing to step into a new way in springtime and in March, April. There is no more time. I am showing you a hourglass with sand running through it, and the time for clearing and preparing is now. There is not much time left within that sand running through the hourglass, and I urge each of you to clear as much as you can from your lives this month, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and mentally. Let go of old patterns, let go of old versions of yourself. And yes, be aware that grief comes with this as you say goodbye to any aspect of your past. But also be aware that you can only step into the new by letting go of that. Do not be afraid of grief. Do not be afraid of loss. They are a natural part of life. They are a natural part of being human. And as we let go and say goodbye to either possessions, people we love, situations, occupations, places that we live, know that it clears the way for springtime and new life to be germinated, new seeds to come through from the soil and be born anew. That energy just felt like it needed to get out really quickly. And I feel like my voice has completely cleared from having said that. So there is this recognition that when we are releasing and letting go, it is almost a grief process that we are going through. And so I feel as though I want to put these two beautiful colours together. I want to put the lavender light and the bluebell light together. And they just feel gorgeous. Let me put those up to the screen. Can you see just the energy that's coming off those two? The bluebell, again, living in the UK, is a very beautiful flower that comes. It's one of the first signs of spring on the way. And I love the bluebells, and they remind me of being in the woods, and there's a quality of childlike energy with them as well. So bluebell and lavender. I just want to put those up to the screen actually, and for you to maybe just link into what they are saying to you now. Just turning that bottle around so you can actually see the colours a little bit more. Okay, Metatron's saying spray both at once. Let's do that. Bluebell, lavender. Let's just beam that energy out. Allow all the parts of you that you feel you are losing, all the old hurts that are being dissolved, to just nestle on this lavender bed. The lavender bed transmutes all of it, and not only transmutes it, is able to take it into the earth, where it is changed and able to transform into a different ray and energy altogether. And that energy is the gold. And Metatron is wanting each of us to step into our golden light power this February. We can only be able to receive love, going back to the start of this video, if we are fully in our own power and we know that we are a being of love and light. Just take a moment to take those words into your body. You are a being of love and light. Feel it in every cell, in every part of you. Take it deep into your solar plexus. Take it all the way through your chakra system and your spine. Take it into the earth. You are a being of love and light, and that is why you are here. That is why we, as a community, are being pulled together by Metatron at this time. Final card that I want to show you today. Sometimes we get bogged down, despite everything I've just said, in life, and it can be hard to move forward despite what we mentally know. This card to me says it all, and it's one of my favourite cards, and I often look at this. Can you see? It says, if you get nervous, focus on service. So there's a bit of a rhyme going on. It says, put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. Those of you that have done workshops with me know that I sometimes talk about Robert Downey Jr., who's actually one of my favourite actors. I think he's really charismatic and I really like him. But he's somebody who is, by his own admittance, a very flawed character. He's fought many addictions, particularly drug and alcohol addictions. And he is somebody that, so I'm looking up at, onto the roof above, there are two magpies just sitting there that just seem to really symbolise what I'm about to say about him, because he embodies, like all of us have within us, these two sides of ourselves, the dark and the light. And he's talked quite eloquently about when he goes into a downward spiral of addiction, and for him it's a very severe one because it's about drugs. He obviously can't operate, his life spirals out of control. And then, but when he is focused on service, and by him, he's talking about when he's working, he's saying for him, work is actually something that is his salvation, not in terms of being a workaholic, because that doesn't help anybody, but just that he knows he's good at what he does. And in his case, obviously, it's acting and directing. And when he focuses all his energy on that, all the rest of it makes sense. So again, I feel this February, think about what it is that you're good at, what it is that you need to really be focusing in on, and let all the other stuff just drift away. So I hope that helps you this February. I did say it was going to be quite a full video. Maybe you need to rewatch it a couple of times because there's a few different themes come out there. I think just summarising, Metatron talked about the need for us to heal our hearts, linking into the energy of love this February. So letting go of people that have hurt us in particular, love affairs, relationships that haven't worked out, unrequited love, the full spectrum, relationship breakdown, allowing that to be healed this February so that new love can come into our life, or if we're in existing relationships, that it can flower and improve. We also talked about the violet ray, about being very good for transmuting, Saint-Germain, letting go in that sense. We moved on to talk about the new lime spray, which is coming, so keep an eye on my website for that, amandaellis.co.uk, or my Facebook page, as I say, which will be the first place that you'll see it. That's going to be made on the 3rd. And then we're sort of also talking about the colours, which are lavender, and that's the Soul Star spray. We're talking about the new dawn, the sunrise, sunlight coming in and healing the heart again. And Metatron also talked about the fact that there is a grieving process as we let go of our old self. So again, I think this ties into the whole gentleness theme of this month as well. Be really kind to yourself. I know I read something out about that. I can't remember when I said it through this reading, but it was somewhere, wasn't it? Just want to leave you with my beautiful amethyst crystal here. Obviously it's a very common crystal, but again, amethyst feels a very nice crystal for this February. I'm wondering whether actually it's the crystal of February, I can't remember. But again, having amethyst, wearing amethyst this month is going to be really good. Again, also just for transmuting all these lower energies, letting go in preparation for March. And March feels a really different energy. And I've just had a little peek with a card of March's energy. And it's actually, let's have a little look. It's the card of aspiration. It's time to set your sights higher. If you're settling for the mediocre, aim for the superb. Stretch yourself to fulfill all your potential and hold mighty visions. It's a totally different energy next month. This month is about releasing, letting go, preparing. Have a good February. Wish you lots of love, and I'll see you on my Facebook page, if not in person. Thank you. Bye.